My name is Yasmin Hernandez, and I would like to say it is a great honor to be able to speak about my mom, Julia Dominguez. On November 12, 2001, I woke up around 3, 4 in the morning by my mom, who was getting ready to leave to go to the airport to go to the Dominican Republic. She woke me up to say goodbye. She was smiling at me and she was like, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to wake you up or not, but I just wanted to say bye. And I gave her a hug and a kiss. And she looked at me and she was like, are you sure you want me to go? Because if you don't want me to go, I won't go. You just say the word and I won't go. I was just like, relax, I'm gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. So I told her, go. It's not like you're not gonna come back. If I would have known that day that that would have been the last hug, the last kiss, the last goodbye, the last I love you, I would have made it last a whole lot longer than what I did. When I got to the very first phone call that I got was one of the doctors that he was calling in about his schedule. And right about when he was about to hang up, he told me, hey, did you hear about the plane crash? And I just broke into tears. And my sister comes rushing out into the front. And she's like, what's the matter? And I was like, there was a plane crash at JFK. And I was going to the Dominican Republic, and my sister was like, relax, Jasmine. There was 2 planes going to the Dominican Republic. And then we tried to head back home, which was kind of hard because that's when they started closing down the bridges and stuff. And when I get there, there's like so many people from our past. And then I remember watching the TV and watching that plane crash site. It was hard. It was like a dream. And I kept saying, oh my God, she can't possibly be there. I just said bye to her. I just said bye to her. And then the phone rang. And I heard my sister answer the phone. And then I heard silence. And when I heard her scream, I already knew it was her plane. It was so hard to believe that the woman that brought me into this earth, the woman that took care of me my whole life, the woman that lived for me and was always there to hold my hand and to hold the hands of my brothers and sisters and anybody else that she could help along the way, just died in a plane crash. Like, I could picture her scared by herself with nobody that she knows to hold her hand. Just like she held our hand whenever we were scared. So I was going crazy. Like, seeing everybody break down, my brothers, my father, my sisters, family members just crying, friends crying. I was like, this is not real. And I grabbed a knife from the kitchen and I just cut myself, thinking that I was going to wake up from like a really bad dream. And when I didn't wake up and I saw my arm bleeding, that's when I truly broke down. Exactly a month later, December 12th, I found out I was pregnant with my first child. And she was never able to see her grandkids. Something that she always wanted. And she would have been an amazing grandmother. And I know my kids would have loved her at her funeral. It was so hard to come to terms, to have a closed casket. I couldn't believe she was in there. So many people came to give their respect to my mom because my mom has affected so many lives by her huge heart. She had so many godkids and friends that they say, you know, I owe your mom so much for what she's done for me. And it made me proud to be her daughter. She wasn't rich with money, but she was rich with love. And that counted for a lot to a lot of people. It counted a lot to me. And sometimes I truly like to believe that she's still with me. Because when I had my son, there was a very high percentage rate that he wasn't going to survive. Almost to a point that the doctors were telling me to get an abortion. And they were like, it's a high-risk pregnancy. There's like a 70% chance he's not going to survive, and if he does survive, he's going to be a special needs child. They even told me, after what you went through with your mom, and you being so young, we don't think you can deal with it. And they literally encouraged me to get an abortion. But the way that I saw it was, God can't give me, but God won't give me anything I can't handle. And neither would my mom. If this child is not meant for me, God would take it away. But I'm not going to take it away from myself just because it's too hard. It was hard for my mom to raise 6 kids, and she still did it. He was born with like his intestines out of his stomach because he didn't have a stomach wall. So when he was born, they had to do surgery. And I remember he was in the hospital for 2 months, and his health was not getting any better. Every time he drank milk, like he would drink only this much of milk, he would throw it up and then some with bile. I couldn't bear to lose somebody else again so soon. Because as much as the doctors told me not to get attached to my kid, like how could you not get attached to something that's connected to you? And I remember one day I was crying. I was at the hospital and I was crying over my son. And this lady comes up to me and she tells me, don't worry, your mom is taking care of him. I didn't know this lady. And I looked at her and I was like, what made you want to say that? And then she goes, I don't know, something just made me say it. I'm sorry that I said it, you know, I know I should be minding my own business. I was like, no, the reason why I say that is because, the reason why I ask is because my mom passed away a month before I became pregnant. And she was like, oh my goodness, that was God talking. That was God talking. God wanted me to tell you this. And I was like, okay, lady. And she was like, he's gonna be okay. Your mom is taking care of him. Then it's like I took a look at my son and I asked my mom, Mommy, please take care of my boy like you took care of me. Can I tell you that since that day I believed in miracles? Because the next day, I swear to you, the next day, I went to see him and all the nurses come to me. Oh, Mommy, you're going to be so excited. And I was like, what happened? She's like, today he drank milk and he didn't throw up. What? Yeah, he didn't throw up. We're going to try to give him a little bit more milk. And they gave him a little bit more milk. Didn't throw up. The next day I gave him a little bit more milk, didn't throw up. Pretty soon, within 2 weeks after that, he was sent home. And my son, who was going to be, who they predicted was going to come out with Down syndrome and was going to have to eat from a tube in his neck and was probably going to survive past the age of 1, is now 9 years old, a computer geek, and an AB honor roll student. The greatest kid I could ever ask for. And I truly believe that my mom was there with me. Was there with my son. The people on that plane didn't leave us. They just went somewhere else better. Still take care of us. To guard over us. To love us from afar, from a place that they could protect us more. And we, as the friends and the families, need to keep them here at all times. And here. And we must never forget who they are and what they mean to us and to our lives. And I'm pretty sure if you think back of the little miracles that's happened since this plane crash, you'll see that your angels are with you too. Just like my angel to this day, God bless my mom, is with me at all times. Because even though my life has been upside down, till this day, I'm still surviving. Till this day, I can still feel that security blanket that everything's going to be okay because she didn't leave me. She didn't leave me because I'm not going to leave her. Today we unite in memories of these angels, in memories of these people that we love. And just thank God for the effect that they had on our life. For how long they've been in our life. Celebrate them. Be joyous in your heart and just know that you guys are not alone. Because if you look around each other, the person next to you, you might not know his or her name, but we share the same pain. And these are the people that you can turn to. I've turned to Teresita all the way via Twitter. And it's helped me a lot. So together as a community, we need to count on each other. Because this is a whole new family. A whole new family from a common ground. If you need somebody to cry with, look to your person to your left. If you need somebody to talk about the person you miss, look at the person to your right. If you need a person to hug, look at the person in front of you. If you need somebody to understand you, look at the person behind you. We got. And we're not alone. Not if we stick together. And not as long as we never forget the passengers on Flight 587. Thank you.